Coronation Street is preparing to finally unravel its latest whodunit, with the identity of Theo Silverton's killer set to be revealed in a special upcoming episode. Scheduled to air later this month, a seemingly ordinary dinner gathering takes a dramatic turn as tensions rise and accusations are exchanged, ultimately exposing the murderer to viewers. A preview for the extended one-hour episode, airing at 9 p.m. on 22nd of June, shows 6 characters coming together for a meal that quickly uncovers several hidden truths. Through a sequence of flashbacks revisiting the night in April, when Theo's body was discovered, the soap will at last reveal who was responsible for his death. Before discussion turns to the shocking crime, Kit learns that Sarah has invited Todd and Summer to dinner. He then decides to widen the guest list by asking Maria and Gary to join them as well. The evening soon spirals out of control. A smashed glass and an overturned chair signal the chaos as Maria takes the opportunity to accuse Sarah and Gary of secretly being involved with one another. Kit, who has also begun to suspect that the former couple have rekindled their relationship, presses them for the truth. As the night progresses, more details emerge surrounding Theo's death. Every guest present has a reason to have wanted him out of their lives, but only one person acted on those feelings and took revenge against Todd's abusive husband. Theo was previously confirmed as the victim at the center of Coronation Street's murder mystery storyline, which reached its dramatic climax on the day of Lisa and Carla's wedding. In the weeks leading up to the reveal, the soap teased that one of 5 controversial characters would meet a deadly end, with Theo among the possible victims. The truth was finally uncovered in an episode broadcast on the 1st of May when Theo was revealed to be the character who had been killed. Coronation Street revisited one of its most infamous storylines from 15 years ago during the latest episode, following Summer Spellman's release from prison. Summer had been held on remand while awaiting trial for the murder of Theo Silverton, despite being innocent of the crime. Her freedom came after Tyrone Dobbs finally informed the police that he had seen both Summer and Theo on the night of the death, providing evidence that ruled her out as the killer. Despite being cleared, Summer remains deeply angry over everything she endured. Her time behind bars left her traumatized, and she even ended up in hospital after deliberately switching off her insulin pump. In the latest scenes, Summer unexpectedly found support from Fizz Dobbs, who could relate to her experience after once being wrongly imprisoned for murders committed by her then-husband John Stape. The episode opened with Summer confronting Tyrone at the garage. Furious that he had kept crucial information to himself, she accused him of allowing her to suffer when he could have proven her innocence much earlier. Although Tyrone apologized, Summer's frustration only intensified until Kevin Webster stepped in, reminding her that nothing could be changed now. After warning Tyrone to stay away from her, Summer stormed off. Later, she shared an emotional conversation with Fizz about the lasting effects of being sent to prison for something they did not do. Fizz later visited the shop where Summer was working. While the atmosphere was initially uncomfortable, she quickly reached out with words of encouragement and understanding. She acknowledged that Summer might not want to speak with her, but wanted to check how she was coping. Summer admitted things would have been much easier if Tyrone had come forward with the truth sooner. Drawing on her own experiences, Fizz explained that life gradually becomes easier after prison, although the ordeal can have a lasting impact on a person's mental well-being. She reflected on how difficult it is to return home and rebuild a sense of normality when everything feels different after such a traumatic experience. Curious about Fizz's past, Summer asked when she had gone to prison. Fizz replied that it was a long story, but reassured her that she would always be available if she ever needed someone to talk to. John Stape's crimes unfolded in 2011. After killing former colleague Colin Fishwick, he stole his identity and concealed the body beneath the Underworld factory. His crimes escalated when he murdered Charlotte Hoyle after she uncovered the deception. He later killed Colin's mother, Joy Fishwick, when she learned the truth about her son's disappearance. John also kidnapped Rosie Webster following their affair, along with Chesney Brown and Charlotte's parents, in a desperate attempt to stop his secrets from being exposed. His reign of terror eventually came to an end when he crashed his car into a lorry while trying to escape. He later died in hospital from his injuries, but not before finally clearing Fizz of any involvement in his crimes. Coronation Street is set to air more drama for Ronnie Bailey next week as he faces a difficult dilemma involving the troublesome Fiona Morley. With pressure mounting from all sides, Ronnie must decide whether to remain loyal to Debbie or give in to the demands of his former partner. The situation unfolds after Fiona's gun mysteriously disappears in the aftermath of the explosive confrontation involving Ronnie, Tyrone, Carl, and Kevin at the garage. Fiona had previously ordered Carl to hide the firearm in return for a substantial payment, so she is furious when she learns that the weapon has vanished without a trace. Determined to keep Debbie out of any further trouble, Ronnie steps in to resolve the crisis. He soon discovers that Fiona is prepared to forget about the missing gun, but only if he repays her in a way that has nothing to do with money. Faced with an unsettling proposal, Ronnie is left questioning how far he is willing to go. According to sources close to the storyline, Ronnie's main concern is protecting Debbie. The gun incident has had a serious impact on her mental well-being, and he desperately wants Fiona out of their lives. However, Fiona appears to have a far more disturbing agenda than simply seeking financial compensation. As Debbie struggles in the wake of the garage incident, Ronnie arranges a meeting with Fiona and explains what happened to the missing weapon. The conversation takes an alarming turn when Fiona dismisses the idea of a cash settlement and suggests an alternative form of repayment, leaving Ronnie shocked by what she is asking of him. Later, Ronnie reassures Debbie that he has handled the situation and insists that Fiona will no longer be a problem. Yet once Debbie goes to rest, he confides in Carl, attempting to work out Fiona's true intentions. The big question remains whether Ronnie will secretly cooperate with Fiona's latest scheme, or whether her real objective is to reignite their past relationship and use it to manipulate him. Discussing Ronnie's journey on the soap, the actor who portrays him recently reflected on how much the character has evolved since arriving on the street. He explained that Ronnie has embraced the strong sense of community around him, built meaningful friendships, and found happiness through his relationship with Debbie. He also spoke about the challenges ahead following Debbie's dementia diagnosis, suggesting that Ronnie is entering unfamiliar territory. While he is normally the type of person who confronts problems head-on and believes he can overcome anything, this situation is unlike anything he has faced before. The actor added that Ronnie's pride often prevents him from seeking help, despite the fact that he sometimes needs support himself. Although he has relied on the Bailey family at times, he is usually the one others turn to for strength and protection. He also hinted that Ronnie's growing friendship with Kevin could become increasingly important as the storyline develops, with the pair likely to share some significant conversations in the future. Coronation Street is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday at 8:30 p.m., with episodes also available to stream on ITVX.